Hey, once again, Weather Geeks. It is the Wednesday edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, my daily web-only, in-depth weather video. We always take a look at the longer range, but focus some on the short term as well. And boy, I tell you, beautiful day out there today, and not much going on this evening. It's just a spectacular, very comfortable evening. Once the sun goes down, if you're going to be out and about, you might even need a little long sleeve shirt. The air is very dry. Temperatures this evening in the lower 70s. And dew points continue to drop as well. Let's show you the dew points here. There we go. Dew points are down in the mid 50s, even lower 50s in some spots. So, yeah, for early to mid August, this is a real nice treat out there this evening. And it's going to be a great night tonight to check out the Perseid meteor shower, that is. These originate from the constellation Perseus, but you don't have to look there. The constellation in the northeastern sky is where they radiate from, but you can look up just about anywhere in the sky and see some meteors tonight. Now, this will not be this evening. I've had some questions about that. What time do I need to look? And the answer is, anytime after midnight is probably okay. Before midnight, though, we're just not the Earth's rotation. We haven't rotated into that debris trail just yet before midnight in order for us to see the dust particles and the other debris particles in the tail of the comet, which is why we're having a meteor shower. We won't be in that sector until after midnight. So basically midnight up until 5:30 in the morning before it starts to get light out is when your best opportunities are to see some meteors out there tonight. All right, as far as back here at home, our weather for the next few days. Bring up the NAM model here, show you what's cooking for the tail end of the work week. And the answer tomorrow is, of course, well, not much. Let's see here. Let's take a look at tomorrow afternoon. That would be, of course, the 13th. Area of high pressure situated over southern Ohio tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful day. Now, we'll start out cool, but the afternoon will be more seasonable than today. Average high actually went down from 81 to 80 today. We'll be close to that mark during the course of the day tomorrow. No wet weather worries until later on Friday. Here's the NAM model Friday afternoon, suggesting that maybe a shower and storm tries to get into Cleveland and Findlay and maybe Ashtabula before the afternoon is through. But for our viewing area, I think we've got to wait until evening before some of this action slides in. Here's 8 o'clock in the evening, and that's when that opportunity is there for a shower and perhaps a thunderstorm. This is a sorry excuse for a front. And as we head into the day Saturday, this front's going to just kind of wash out across the region. Just sort of, be erased from the weather maps, basically. But still, with the boundary nearby, might have to allow for a spotty shower or a storm on Saturday. Here's the NAM. Here's the GFS. GFS is a little farther north with the old washed out boundary than the NAM, which is why it has the green here a little bit closer to us. It's a 30% chance Saturday, so if you've got outdoor plans, certainly don't cancel them. Plan on a warm and humid day, but not a particularly rainy day. Just an outside chance of a shower or a thunderstorm in a few spots on Saturday. And then the heat is on as we head into the latter half of the weekend and into next week. As high pressure slides off the East Coast, we'll get into a southwest flow, and then up in the upper levels, the big ridge out west is going to start to nose east, and so you end up with an upper level pattern that looks like this, with that ridge kind of nosing east like this. Right now we have a big trough, which is why it's cool, but that trough is long gone by Sunday and early next week, so it's going to heat up, and we're talking about temperatures by Sunday afternoon and into Monday as well. That will probably approach 90. Here's the GFS showing 91, 92 on Sunday. That might be a little overdone, but look at all the widespread heat, basically east of the Rockies. This is a pretty impressive outbreak of heat across the eastern two-thirds of the country coming up at the end of the weekend and early on next week as well. So the 16-day numbers off the GFS ensemble look like this. Again, a couple of days pretty close to 90, Sunday and Monday, maybe even Tuesday, depending on the timing of the next front. And then a little bit of a seasonable trend here for the middle portions of next week. After that, not seeing much cool here. We're in a pretty warm pattern, it looks like, for the second half of the month of August. Well, what about September? We're almost halfway through August, so never too early to start thinking about the next month. And the climate models are hinting at a warm September, which would be consistent with an El Nino base state in the atmosphere. As you probably know, we are going to have a very strong El Nino, it looks like, for the fall and winter seasons. Oftentimes, El Ninos lead to somewhat warm falls and even Decembers. After that, they can go either way, but often the September to December period is relatively mild in our neck of the woods, and so this climate forecast system forecast for September is pretty consistent with an El Nino base state. What does El Nino mean for our winter? Have a look back through my weather blog, ericwfmj.com, for some possibilities. It's a complicated forecast for the winter, but with a strong El Nino, certainly it's going to be a different kind of a winter, I think, than the last couple of years. Now, could we see a lot of snow? I can see that. Will it be as cold as the last couple of winters? I'm more skeptical of that. I suspect that we might have a much more average winter temperature-wise, and that'll feel like a warm winter, considering the back-to-back ugly winters we've just had. Now, that normal temperature regime might still lead to quite a bit of snow. That remains to be seen. We're going to have much more in the winter forecast as we head towards the middle of fall. In the meantime, thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11. Have a great night.